So very good morning students. In the previous class actually we completed about a position of center of mass for the 2 dimension as well as the 3 dimension also we finished. We also finished one problem related to 2 dimensional plane. One problem related to the 2 dimensional plane also we finished it. Now let us, I would like to tell you another problem on the basis of a 2 dimension only, which I was explained how to do in the previous class. But I will tell you again because some other students also require. That is what I am telling you, the same question. The page number is 153, question number is 1. Everything is same, I told you. There are 3 particles of masses are given. Look at in the question in our material. Find the center of mass of a 3 particles of the vertices of an equilateral triangle. The masses of the particles are 100 grams. You take now. Here the given as a 100 gram and you take it is a 150 gram and you take your 200 grams which are located at the corner of equilateral triangle, and each side of the triangle is given as 0.5. So at an origin we know x0 comma 0, that is x1 comma y1, and here this one we should know because the distance is given as 0.5. So you take as 0.5 comma 0. Of course x2 is 0.5, y2 is 0. In the same manner, we should get a y3 and x3. See, x3 is nothing but in this half. So half in the sense is 0.5 divided by 2 because it is the half, no? So it may be 0.25. 0.25. Or else you want to take it is 1 by 2, no? By 2. Then we'll get a 1 by 4 also, no problem. Your wish. Your wish it is. You want to take a 0.25 like this, or you want to go with you want to write a like a or 1 by 4 also, no problem. For the calculation purpose you take. Your wish it is. Now we don't know y3, that we have to get the y3. Again by using the same expression you take, I will write here, it is 0.25 or you say it is 1 by 4. Now we should get the y3. AB square, again the triangle. Pythagoras you apply rule, AB square is equal to BC square plus this AC square. AC square is nothing but a y3. AB is nothing but you take as the 0.5, that is you say 1 by 2 whole square. BC square is nothing but a 1 by 4 whole square plus AC square is nothing but a y3 square. So 1 by 4, 1 by 16 plus y3 square. So 1 by 4 minus 1 by 16 is equal to y3 square. You take LCM here, 16 minus 4 by 4 into 16, it is 64 will get, so that it is y3 square. So that as 16 minus 4 is nothing but it is you say 12 by 64 is equal to y3, because I am telling the calculation in easy method. You don't take a 0.25 like that. If it is you taking a 0.25, the calculation will be, it is somewhat difficult to do. So that instead of taking that 0.25 you take a 1 by 4, because 1 by 2 divided by 2, no, that is what we will get a 1 by 4 only. So that you take a 1 by 4 here. Here also 1 by 2 you take, that is very easy. So here are 12 ones, or you say it is 6 and it is 3, 2. 6, I mean to say 6 threes and it is becomes 12 it is. So y3 is equal to root 3 by root 12. We can take like this, root 3 by root 12. Right? So that here becomes what happens, because 12 ones, I think 12 threes are, I mean to say here, this is a 2 6 are 12 and 2 3s are 6, 2 2s are this. So 2 3s are 6 and 2 ones and 2 6, 3 ones, no, it will not go, right? You write here 16 only. So that it is 16, no? You keep 3, therefore root 3 by 4 you take. But better it is, root 3 by 4. Now we know y3 distance is root 3 by 4. Now we know all values we know. Here you write here 1 by 2 comma 0 it is. This is x2, y2. Now we know x3, y3, x1, y1 and x2, y2. Now all values substitute here. XCM is equal to m1 x1 plus m2 x2 plus m3 x3 by m1 plus m2 plus m3. So simple simplification, XCM is equal to m1 is given as 100 into x1 0, m2 is given as in this I think 150 x2 1 by 2 m3 is given as 200 and here x3 is 1 by 4 by it is 100 plus 150 plus 200. So XCM is equal to 150 by this, no, so that we'll get a 75 plus 4 ones, it is 4 5s are 20, 4 5s are 50 by this may be I think 450, right? So it is equal to 75 plus 50, approximately 125 by 450. So you cancel like 6, I mean to say 125, no, it may be approximately, we'll get the answer is 5 times you cancel it, so that the final answer will give you for XCM, it is maybe 5 by 18 it is. So XCM is equal to 5 by 8 it is. So this is XCM, because 125 by 450, no, then you may get the 5 by 18 the value, 5 by 8. See, position of center of mass of XCM. What about YCM? Yes, of course. Here M1, Y1 is 0, directly you write as 0. Y2 also 0, you write as 0. M3 is nothing but a 200 you take, and Y3 is given as root 3 by 4 by again 100 plus 150 plus 200. So directly you write a 450. So YCM is equal to, it may be that is 200 into root 3 by 4 into 450, right? You cancel 0, 4 ones, 4 5s. So 5 ones, 5 9s. So root 3 by 9. So XCM and YCM we know that is about a root 3 by 9. So the values are XCM comma YCM, which is given in our material problem 5 comma 8, 5 by 8 comma root 3 by 9. This is the problem which is given in our material question. Suppose you go through this. This is for also 4 marks question. Previous class also we discussed one problem related to the 2-dimensional plane. So this is which is given in our material as the problem number 1, page number is 153, right? Suppose to refer this. Right. So this is related to the 2-dimensional plane questions, and we'll move to the next topic, that is about a in same center of mass only, yeah, about a position of center of mass or position vector of center of mass, position vector of center of mass. You take as the position vector of center of mass. Is next slide heading. Yeah, position vector of center of mass. Position vector of center of mass. Now we have to find the position vector. So the position vectors we know, because we discussed in the position vectors in the chapter motion in a plane. In that plane we discussed about a vectors. So you take a plane again, x and y axis. See, there are the plane is consist of a n number of particles. So let us you take a 2 particle system only. One particle of mass is m1, see, which is located from the origin at a position is r1 vector, and you take another particle of mass is m2, say, which is located from the origin is at a position is r2 position vector. For this 2 particle system, there is for this 2 particle system, position center of mass, position vector center of mass will be from the origin, which maybe it is you say RCM. This is the center of mass of the position vectors. In terms of position vectors, if it is given, therefore it is the center of mass position for the given 2 particle system. M1 particle, from x axis it is located distance is x1, from y axis it is located distance is y1, and in the same way it is located distance is x2, and this is located at distance is y2. For this position is you write a xcm, and this is you write a ycm it is. Now let us, we know about a position vectors. Suppose r1 is the position vector, that we can say x1 I cap plus y1 j cap. This is represented as I and it is represented as j. You take r2 position vector x2 I cap and y2 j cap, and RCM you write here. RCM is nothing but here you say it is xcm I cap and ycm j cap it is. Now we have to find the position of center of mass for a two particle system, that is you say RCM is equal to, we can take like this, m1 r1 plus m2 r2 by m1 plus m2 for two particle system. Of course we know r1 and r2. Suppose there you write this r1 position and r2 position, there you substitute, get the final answers will be like this. Look at it. RCM is equal to m1 of r1 will be x1 I cap and y1 j cap plus m2 x2 I cap and y2 j cap by it is m1 plus m2. Now you multiply with m1, that is m1 x1 I cap, m1 y1 j cap and m2 x2 I cap and m2 y2 j cap by m1 plus m2, right? And here in this case you write a I terms together and jj times together you write. Therefore position vector will be m1 x1 plus m2 x2. You take a I common, I is common, then here you take a m2 x2 plus m2 y2 and j cap done by m1 plus m2. Now you separate, divide separate with m1 plus m2. Therefore RCM is equal to m1 x1 plus m2 x2 by m1 plus m2 I cap plus m1 y1 plus m2 y2 by m1 plus m2 j cap. Of course we know m1 x1 plus m2 x2 by m1 plus m2 is nothing but xcm, and m1 y1 plus m2 y2 by m1 plus m2 is nothing but a ycm. Therefore RCM will be, it is equal to xcm I cap and ycm j cap. This is will be like this. Clear? It is what? For the position vector of center of mass. For the position vector of center of mass. So which is given like this. If we have to find the positions, therefore use this formula to get a position vector of center of mass like this. And here on this basis also I'll tell you one problem. So suppose if there are two positions are given of a two particle system, two particles of masses m1 and m2 which are given. So the m1 particle mass is given as 3 kg and m2 particle mass is given as 2 kg. Like the problem is given, two particles of masses m1 is equal to 3 kg, m2 is equal to 2 kg, which are located at a positions r1 is equal to 2 I cap plus 5 j cap and r2 which is equal to 4 I cap plus 2 j cap. So which are located at the position, then find a position vector of center of mass. See the given is, the question is given one problem example. Once again I will tell you the question. If two particles of masses, that is m1 is equal to 3 kg, m1 is equal to 3 kg given, and m2 is equal to given is 2 kg, and the positions of this two is given. R1 position is given as in question 2 I cap plus 5 j cap. For m2 particle position is given as 4 I cap plus 2 j cap is given. Then find a position vector of center of mass. For two particle system, of course we know RCM is equal to m1 r1 plus m2 r2 by m1 plus m2. Just replace r1 and r2 and m1 and m2 with the given magnitude values. So that you write here like this. RCM is equal to m1 is given as 3, r1 is given as 2 I cap plus 5 j cap plus m2 will be 2 into 4 I cap plus 2 j cap by m1 plus m2, that is 3 plus 2. So simple multiplication you take, that is 2 into 3 6 I cap, 3 into 5 15 j cap plus 8 I cap, and it is 4 j cap by 5. So RCM is equal to 6i plus 8i. So becomes 14i cap, right, plus 15 plus this 19 j cap by 5. So this is the position vector of center of mass. We should get it like this by using the position vectors. Alright. On the basis of position vector, again we should find the velocity of a center of mass, that we can say motion of a center of mass is velocity of a center of mass, acceleration of center of mass, momentum of center of mass, and velocity, force of center of mass. We have the cases on the basis of position vector of center of mass. And I will tell you one thing about a motion of a system of particles. So for this motion of a system of a particles, while calculating the velocity of center of mass, or we can say motion of a center of mass, while calculating the motion of a center of mass here in a given a plane. So the no particle should enter into the plane and the no particle should leave the plane while calculating the motion of a center of masses. That mean here, suppose we have the cases are, one we can say velocity of a center of mass is one case, and as well as the acceleration of center of mass is the another case is there, and next one is momentum, and next one is we can say force center of mass. While calculating the motion of a center of mass in a given a plane, no particle, while calculating, suppose in a classroom there are 20 number of students are there. For this 20 number of students, we are finding the velocity of center of mass in that plane. See, while calculating the velocity or motion of a center of masses, no student leave from the plane or from the classroom, and the no student should enter into the classroom while calculating the motion of a center of masses. This is the condition and it is a precaution. Sir, why? Because if any particle or any students is enter into the classroom while calculating the velocity of a center of mass, of course the position of center of mass is changes, because when particle is entering, mass of the system is changes. So when mass of the system is changes, of course the position of center of mass also changes. Suppose one student is leaved from the classroom, again the mass is changes. When mass is changes, therefore position of center of mass also changes. That's what, while calculating the position of center of mass, motion of a center of mass position. So in the plane, so whatever the particles are there while calculating the position by the time of calculating, so that no particle should leave the plane and the no particle should enter into the plane. So this is the precaution. So everyone should remember this. So that in a plane, now we are calculating the motion of a center of mass, motion of center of mass position. We are finding motion of center of mass position. In this first case is there about a velocity of a center of mass. You take as the velocity of center of mass, that you say VCM. Actually we know the thing is velocity in general statement, the rate of change of displacement, right? It is a change in displacement with respect to time. But in case of a velocity of a center of mass, you take as VCM is equal to dRCM by dt, because it is a position. In terms of position, of course, the velocity we can also define as in terms of positions, the rate of change of position, or with respect to time, the position of particles, we can call as the velocity of a center of mass position. And here that actually we are calculating for the two particle system only, that's you say m1 comma m2 only. In a plane there are only two particles are there. So while calculating, these two particles should be in the plane only. No particle should leave and no particle should enter. So that here let total mass of the plane is, you say m1 plus m2. Suppose you keep it like this. Now I want to calculate velocity of a center of mass. Therefore RCM is equal to m1 r1 plus m2 r2 by m1 plus m2. This is what it is for the position of center of mass. So VCM is equal to, you write here dRCM by dt. Suppose here you write RCM with given value d by dt of m1 r1 plus m2 r2 by m1 plus m2, you write like this. Now you multiply with this, that is in the above only you take d by dt of m1 r1 plus d by dt of m2 r2 by m1 plus m2. So here also you take the multiplication in simple manner, that you say m1 you take common mass of the particle like this, and here m2 is the mass of the second particle, dr2 by dt we can by m1 plus, of course dr1 by dt nothing but here VCM is nothing but a drCM by dt. So instead of RCM, here is the R1 is there, so that we can write like this, let V1 is equal to dr1 by dt is the one, and V2 is equal to dr2 by dt is the another. So here you replace with dr1 by dt is equal to V1, dr2 by dt is equal to V2. Now this value substitute here, will get the like this, VCM is equal to m1 V1 plus m2 V2 by m1 plus m2. This is what for a two particle system. The velocity of a center of mass for a two particle system will be m1 V1 plus m2 V2 by m1 plus m2. Suppose for n particle system, therefore VCM is equal to m1 V1 plus m2 V2 plus m3 V3 plus and so on, it is mn Vn by m1 plus m2 plus m3 and so on mn. This is what it is related to the velocity of a center of mass. In this motion of a center of masses, it is the value related to the motion of a center of masses. Clear? And coming to the point is, it is related to the velocity of a center of mass. See, that's what here you remember, the condition will be no particle should leave the plane and no particle should enter into the plane. Now coming to the next one, it is about a velocity of center of mass. No? Then you go for the acceleration. Suppose I would like to tell you about acceleration for a two particle system only. You take as acceleration of center of mass, that you say ACM. Again we know acceleration is nothing but a rate of change of velocity. So the velocity changes with respect to the time. So in terms of ACM, that we can say dVCM by dTO, right? dVCM by dt. So what is VCM? Of course we have VCM, and let us write a two particle system again, m1 plus, right? Here ACM is nothing but a d by dt of, here VCM is, right, m1 V1 plus m2 V2 by m1 plus m2. Again the method of calculation will be same, or method of approach is same. Again you multiply with same, this ACM is equal to, you say d by dt of m1 V1 plus d by dt of m2 V2 by m1 plus m2. Suppose here you write ACM is equal to, m1 is you take a common dV1 by dt, m2 you take common dV2 by dt by m1 plus m2. Again we know velocity by time, that is represented as acceleration, dV1 by dt is 1 and A2 is equal to dV2 by dt. Just you replace dV1 by dt is equal to A1, dV2 by dt is equal to A2. Therefore acceleration of center of mass will be m1A1 plus m2A2 by m1 plus m2. So for it is two particle system. Suppose you want to tell about n particles, then again you write ACM is equal to m1A1 plus m2A2 plus m3A3 plus up to so on mnan by m1 plus m2 plus and so on mn. This is what it is, acceleration of center of mass, and as well as the velocity of a center of mass will be like this. So this is about a velocity of a center of mass and as well as the acceleration of a center of mass related to the motion of a center of masses. And here actually on the basis of velocity of a center of mass and as well as the velocity of a acceleration of a center of mass, again we have other cases that we will see in the next class. Okay, this is the today's class. Thank you very much. We'll see in the next class. Thank you.